All rivers are sacred. All water is sacred. And how do we know this? Because you and I are composed of this very element. All air is sacred. All breath, inhaled and exhaled by every living being, is sacred. How do we know? All fire, all warmth in the blood of every living being is sacred. And all the material that composes everything around us is connected, it's sacred. And how do we know? The people before me, they didn't have a word for God. We could try to come close to translate it, but their word for God was respect, it was gratitude, it was appreciation, it was love. Not all fires are sacred. That is, the very transformation of energy, which gives us light and warmth, both on this planet and metaphorically. What inspires you to grow? What creates a safe haven? What allows you to change what's within you and bring it to you around in your time and space, in your life? Everything that's given to us is given to us by the earth. Without this place, without the perfect symbiosis and balance, we'd have nothing. We wouldn't be here. But here we are. It's hard to tell you that I know the truth. But I can honestly say that I do. The truth and the answers they will never come from me. They will come from the symbols which inspire you to realize. They will come from the experiences and the places and the people that come together to bring you closer to the interconnection of all of creation, to the realization which hasn't shaken you yet, but you can say it shakes you now, even if you don't consciously recognize it, that we are all part of the same circle, the same drum. We share a heartbeat with everything that grows and dies and renews itself as the seeds fall and they're planted in the fertile soil of everything that's died around it, but yet left behind something that could contribute to the future. It's a much deeper connection than I could ever tell you. It's something that you have to come to realize, not only in here, but in here. And how do we find that? How do we find meaning? How do we find our identity in a crisis of the world? Look to your tribe. Look deep within you and ask yourself, where do I come from? Where does my DNA come from? What is that cradle? No matter what you find, that place which gave birth to you, to your ancestors, that cradle will always be the earth. And the people who inspire artwork and tradition and culture and values, the people who kept these seeds of knowledge alive through oral tradition and inspiration, those peoples, they were native not just to America but to the earth. Those were the people who held in their hearts and their minds and their spirits the values of keeping that fire sacred, keeping true to where they came from, the earth, keeping alive that light, that piece of themselves that if they lost, they could never recover. That light that valued and respected their mother, where they came from, what gave them life, what showed them the ways of friendship and survival and thriving. I am Bright Earth, son of the morning, he who knows. And I pray to my ancestors. And I'm here to tell you about the power of prayer. Prayer, as I was taught by my ancestors. When there was what is called a H.E.L.P, just one word for it, the combining of a sacred pipe created from the earth, and they would place tobacco and other plant medicines, and they would ask the medicines with hearts of thanks. Let us share this with our brothers. Let us share this with our family. Let us send our prayers out. When we exhale the smoke, let us see it rise and go to the ears of our Creator, whom we see in the sky and the earth and everything around us. Let us pray. Let us pray. And that fire, the metaphorical inside, that's what sent those prayers out. That's what used the earth and fire to create air. Spirit. Now, what I wish to say to you is something that I hope will inspire understanding. It's because when I pray to the ancestors, I can feel them speak to me in impulses and recognitions and the connections of dream symbols in this world. It's seeing in a language much deeper than my native English and much older than anything that humans could ever create. It's something that I have searched for so long, and now I've found it. Just a little piece, a fragment. Maybe we don't ever discover the same fragments of what this is, but if we put them together, we can create the most beautiful mosaic of humanity that's ever been created. Greater than the pyramids, greater than any human structure ever known. This mosaic, and what I'm speaking to you of, is the Human Experience Lexicon Project. And what that means is an endeavor to create a technological ark something that would capture every moment that we could share with our elders, the people of our tribes, those who hold on to knowledge and are losing it, taking videos and auditory captured segments and taking this data and virtual reality and experiences that integrate the senses and recognizing that right now we're in trouble. We can't control what our ancestors did immediately. With the Industrial Revolution and all of the pollution that's going out, we can only try now, to recover what could possibly be lost. And if we don't work towards this, what will we have? What will we have left? If we die at our own hands, polluting the earth and not taking the time now to capture that wisdom, capture those experiences, come together in hope. Let's call our leaders. Let's call every person on the face of this earth to come together and say, let's build something. Let's create a new foundation for our species. Let's unify. We can't control what tyrants do. We can't control what men of power do, but we can control ourselves. Let's stop being tyrants to ourselves. Let's stop allowing our pain and our trauma and our hurt and our ignorance to separate us and create walls which divide us. Let's come together now. And I'm starting with you. I began with myself, but now I see there's no separation. We have to have a dialogue. We have to have a conversation. We have to have the courage. Yes, the courage to encourage others. To ask. In whatever situation it presents itself. Ask. What can I do for you? Family. Ask. Hold in your heart the best medicine. The best medicine, gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful because I swear, after meditating upon history, after thinking about all the people who have died at the hands of injustice, they would give anything. They would relive an entire life of suffering just to have 1 second of yours. Just 1 minute. They would relive everything. They would redo everything. Don't let yourself die a fool. Not in this life. Give thanks. Give thanks. Love. Because that hate and that pain is something that we all experience, but that love, that's something we all experience too. As my grandmother told me, as I'm sure many grandmothers and many grandfathers have told, there are two wolves. Two wolves. They're battling. They're hungry. What are they fighting for? Why are they fighting? It's vicious. It's vicious, the battle inside. Who will win? You have the power to control. Who will win that battle inside of you when you decide to do something that is not life-giving, but takes away from yourself or another? Who will win? Who will win when you say a word in anger and hurt someone? What if you never see them again? Don't let that happen. Speak positively and be gentle, because everyone's going through it, and that's what we have to recognize. That's how we come together. We're not different. We're the same. We can value where we come from, but we can value each other, because right now we're sharing this time and space. And one day we can say that's where we came from. Who will win that battle? It's the one you feed. And I'm here to tell you that your thoughts are powerful. All things created before there came a thought. If you follow every thought back, can you go to the original thought? Do you realize that your thoughts can affect the material world and create quantum instability and that all realities that are possible exist right now. All things. All things exist right now. That's power because you can change it. The one most likely to happen is the one created by patterns. But you are the weaver, and you are also the perceiver of what you create. And you are also woven into what you create. And I'm here to tell you that your thoughts are powerful. And my message, recognize your pain. Recognize it in others. And choose to be a healer. Contribute to healing. Contribute to laughter. Contribute. Be rebellious. Rebel. The most holy form of rebellion is gratitude and thanks. Until a bitter fucking end. Doesn't matter if you're in a gutter or you're in a mansion. If you're living or you're dying, rebellion is giving thanks. Because you are predetermined to fail. You are predetermined to die. You are predetermined by everyone else. But once you take that chance, once you take hold of that spark and recognize that spark is from a flame, that's from the tribal flame, that's from the 4 quarters of the universe, that's thanks, that's gratitude, that's joy, that's abundance, that's self-realization, that's love. And you can't love others until you love yourself. And so when you feel your pain but you ignore it and you focus on everyone else, remember, if you want to help them, if you want to help your grandma, grandpa, father, mother, brothers, sisters, daughters, sons, uncles, aunts, everyone in the human family, the plants, the earth, the water, the sky, everything, you got to give them love. That's the sunshine. But you can't reach the sunshine. And you can't understand what the sun is until you know the moon. That which gives you light in the darkness. That which reflects the sun. And so here I am today to tell you about some of the wisdom that I've learned from my ancestors. When I've gone and prayed, when I'm here on this Native American burial mound after asking permission from them, where they rest. And I'm here today to let you know that our inspiration doesn't have to be synthetic. And our journey to become who we think we're supposed to be doesn't have to be a journey set out from a false location. Where are you? Where are you? Where's your mind at? Become mindful. Become aware. Become ready to accept the truth. And you'll know it's the truth because it's within you. And you'll know it's the truth because when you ask, when you look around to everything that's living, and you say, what is the truth? How do I feel? What am I thinking? Where am I? It's you. You are the compass. And you'll find true north. You'll find where that is. Coming back to full circle, to me, prayer began when I began to experience pain. Prayer began when I lost my innocence. Or rather, when I forgot who I was. When I lost that smile, when I lost my happiness, and I forgot how to love myself. I went through tremendous amounts of pain. I died. I woke up dead. My heart stopped, but here I am. And I believe that's for a reason. I could go on, but I really want to tell you that you're here for a reason. And that reason may be a mystery, but just know you'll discover it when you ask. Because prayer, to me, and what I learned from my elders, who may not have physical forms, prayer to me is recognizing the universal drum. The universal drum. It's a circle. It goes on and on. There's no end, there's no beginning. It's just one circle. And it's all connected. That's prayer to me. It's recognizing that you're connected to every living being. Animal, plant, all the kingdoms. Everything. I'm serious. I mean that. You're connected to everything. You are. Doesn't matter if you're in a grave, a jail cell, a hospital, a wedding, the birth of a family member, you are part of this circle. It even continues after you die because you will leave these impressions forever. Forever. In some segment of the universe that's changed. You're part of that. Give thanks. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for my pain because I accept it. It's part of my story. I'm not ashamed. I used to be on a bad road, my friends. I used to be feeding the bad wolf. I didn't even know it. I thought it was the good one. I was blind to the true voice because you recognize the true voice is not the good wolf. It's not the bad wolf. It's the one giving the wolves the attention. That's the true voice. It's the true voice. And prayer is seeing the sound that emanates from this circle. The sound, the vibration. The vibration. It's recognizing that when we speak, it doesn't have to be out loud. It can be in our thoughts. When we speak, it can be in our actions. When we speak, it can be our words. That vibration is carried out into this giant circle. Okay? When your words go into the circle of the drum, the universal drum. That's what prayer is. It's communication. It's communication through the circle. And I want to say that I believe that when I've been through my hardest times and really needed answers, to me, it was almost breaking down the very barriers that I had created for myself and having the courage and strength to see through the illusion. I used to be someone you might call a drug addict. I used to be blinded by what I thought was love for other people and hurting myself. And all the while seeking something to fill myself up because I didn't quite feel whole inside. I was missing that. I don't need anything outside of myself to fill that. I am the drum. I am the circle. My vibration is when I can choose to dominate my speech that continues with my thoughts, words, and actions. My vibration can become harmonious with the drum. It's thanks. It's gratitude, and nobody's perfect. But in my thanks and gratitude, when I pray, when I've gone to Sweat Lodge, when I've created my own form of a lodge inside my temple, I'm okay. I'm okay. Whether I die right now or in the future, whether I'm rich or poor, none of that matters to me. What my heart tells me, it's praying for you. It's hoping that you can see the drum. It's hoping that you can see the cosmic communication through all of us. It's hoping that all these people who are lost can find their purpose and live to their fullest potential. I just want the idea of what I've proposed to be known. And let me restate it again. These cultures which preserve the drum, the heartbeat, nature, which honor their sacred ways, whether they're in the Americas, across the world, how can we ever say that we were thankful, we were grateful for our human life, for the lives of our loved ones? How can we ever say we were grateful that we sang our song through our thoughts and our speech and our actions if we don't strive to protect what we were given? The earth, free and beautiful, owned by no man and no woman. Currency can never chain this. You can't stop us from appreciating this. How can we say that we valued what we were given as a gift? How can we say that we valued our lives? To all the spirits of the dead, the people who lost their lives fighting to protect our freedom, fighting to protect our water and our earth, how can we say thank you? How? By protecting it. And seeing this circle and this drum, not only as a musical instrument, our thoughts and our speech and our actions, the mallet, letting that drum beat come through, the drum beat of countless tribes of people who celebrated life. How can we protect that? We got to see this as a shield. We got to come together. I'm calling to you. I'm calling to the warriors of the earth. I'm calling to everybody who loves this, who loves their families. Don't you have a passion? Don't you have a fire? Where are you? Wake up. Remember, everybody who ever joined together in union to give birth to another human, they came together for you. Countless humans. Can you respect them? Can you honor them? Can you say, I'll do something different this time? Can you say, I'll love myself? Can you for just 1 second trust me, bright earth, and say, I'll live another day. I have purpose. I will fight. I have to say that probably the most eye-opening experience for me that changed my life. Man, I'm walking in a neighborhood that maybe I wouldn't be normally found, just a little bit nicer. Not quite nervous, but just going with the flow. And I saw a sign on a man's yard. He was about mid-50s, wearing his PJs, had an old dog that looked like it was getting up there in age. And I said, hey, excuse me, sir? Hey, can I tell you something? And he turned around to me and said, yes. And I said, I love that sign. I love that sign. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I love that sign. That is cool. That is cool. And the smile on his face was just beaming. Because we connected, and I just was overtaken to do something different. I probably would have walked right by. My anxiety's gone. I told him I love that sign. Because it said, no hate here in America, in 7 different languages. And to me, that's saying all nations, of all peoples, no hate here in America, South America, in Europe, in Africa, in the Asiatic countries, in Australia. No hate here on this planet. Nope. We're not going to have hate. We're all part of the same circle. We're all part of the same drum, the same vibration. Let's give thanks. Let's dance and create music and art. No hate. I'll tell you, as an American, as a Native American, as a human being, I shudder to think that someone else could make a choice for me and send so many people to die. What kind of frame of mind are they in? Are they giving thanks for the earth? Are they seeking peace through diplomacy or supremacy through might? How can we come to a conclusion? I don't have the answers fully. I have ideas. But I'm just sitting here and I'm recognizing all the dead ancestors below me, around me, and through me. Come, please save us. Save us, ancestors. Let us honor and protect this earth. Let's honor and protect this earth. In my life, it's not that important in the grand scheme of things, but the importance of what I believe in is very important. We need to unify. We need to teach people not to hurt themselves anymore. We need to let people know. Let's protect and defend our mother, the planet, but let's protect and defend our women. Let's end the abuse of children. Let's end the abuse and the kidnapping and the extortion and the human trafficking of women. No more. Enough is enough. Let's wake the fuck up. There's no word serious enough to even give me the power to describe, except to say, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? I might not see your face, but my eyes do. I see you. Who are you? Don't you believe in that? Don't you believe that no more children should cry because they want food in their bellies? Because they're being hit by adults, people who are supposed to protect them? Or women used for their bodies and subject to a life of torture and pain because we were too busy being distracted? Let's wake up. Let's wake up, America. Let's wake up, planet Earth. Let's find something that means something and start living for it. When I think about the medicine wheel, and I think about these colors, red, white, yellow, and black, in a circle. Red, white, yellow, black, divided into 4 quarters. I'm seeing the 4 directions: north, south, east, west. But I'm also seeing above me and below me. And I'm seeing that there's a perimeter, a circle, but nobody's outside the circle. There's no room to say, you're not a part of us. We are all together. We're divided, but we can celebrate our differences. And like the directions, the winds and the rain and the elements, the sun, the moon, it passes through all of the directions. There are commonalities between us. There are ways where we can honor our individuality and our lives in a way that celebrates who we are and what we are and brings together everything in one beautiful piece of cosmic creation. I have had the chance to experience the sacred medicines of my people. I've had the chance to transmute my suffering and make it for my people. You are my people. All people are my people. We are one family. I've had the chance to experience hate and self-destruction and turn that into love. No more. No more hate. No more pain. And we don't do this by shame and shaming other people's individuality. We celebrate it. And some people are just confused. They don't know who they are. They need to remember their identity. And the best way to do that is to remind them. Remind them where they came from. We have the luxury of the internet, but how many people can see? How many people find that? We need to bring it to them. The only way to do this is to capture our elders, capture their wisdom, capture the ancient parts of our imagination, and keep it in a place where it can be discovered. Miigwech.